Let's go. Let's go. Oh god, the turbo train has gone to sleep. Oh. So do you ever get this? Sometimes you're all set up, ready to go on Zwift, and then you haven't been pedalling for like a few minutes. And then you start pedaling, and then it feels like you're pedaling through treacle. It's like, so I think the turbo train has gone to sleep. Anyway, welcome. It's Saturday. The sun's shining. It's March. It's technically still winter. Spring has yet to sprung. Spring has sprung. Spring's coming at the end of this month. So even though it looks nice and sunny outside, it's still pretty chilly. So I'm very much still indoor cycling whenever the opportunity takes me. And I thought I'd grab this Saturday to jump on, do the big spin, see if I can get myself the BMX. But also, good news, you can probably see me in 4K beautiful quality, because I got myself a new PC and I've got a new setup. So part of this stream is going to be me just having a bit of a zone 2, have some fun cycling, but also testing out my setup. So I'm going to do a few screen transitions. I'm going to check my volumes, my levels. I don't have my mic on a monitor, but I can hear the music in the background. So if you're listening or if you're watching on repeat, pop something in the chat, let me know. Say, Kenny, that's too low, or I can't hear you. What does the quality look like? So I'm actually streaming with my Insta360 camera. If you're interested in getting yourself a 360 camera, you can see my affiliate links in any of my video descriptions. It means you will pay exactly the same price as you would pay anyway, but I will get a small cut. And usually you can get a free accessory, so check the links if you want to support me. Anyway, how's it looking? So I've got the Insta360 camera set up in front. So I'm using this as a webcam, so the angle's going to be slightly different to the old setup, but the quality looks amazing. It looks as if you could like touch out the screen and touch me. Does it? Anyway, quality looks good. Obviously the side cam is just a standard webcam. Maybe I'll update that. I mean, look at the difference in colours. Dropping the old pinky pink today. Yeah, it feels good. So I was at the gym earlier. Weekends are when I do my gym sessions. Hour workout, multiple muscle groups, and then a chance to relax in the steam sauna and the hot tub, or it's more like a warm tub to be fair, because the temperature's quite low. So I shouldn't really be riding today, so hence just a leisurely zone 2, probably going at this sort of pace. And I might do a few screen transitions, see if the Zwift app crashes. So I've been streaming from a laptop, HP gaming laptop, for the last 4 years, and it's been great. It's served me well, editing, streaming, but there's only so much you can put a laptop through. Multiple monitors, streaming and recording, trying to put it as high quality as possible. So I decided to build myself a new PC for streaming, and my original plan was that I was going to still run Zwift on the laptop and then stream or cast the screen from there to the new PC and stream from there. But in the end, I think I've built a PC that's so powerful. I'll talk a bit more about it once the ride gets going. But I built a PC that's so powerful, I don't need to. I mean, right now I've got the control panel up. My GPU is running at 67, 64%. Running at 46 degrees, so I'm not being taxed at all. Running the Zwift app, OBS, 3 monitors. This is all good, so I hope you're enjoying the quality. I'll also, as I'm going round, I'll do the usual talk about the Zwift app, but this is more of a stream for me to make sure that the stream is going to be awesome for Monday. So I'm going to start pedaling for a second. So do another introduction. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black Cyclist. I cycle for fun. Whew. From my wattage cottage. and I've been adding new things to it over the years, and I've just recently updated my PC, so I've got a new setup, so I'm really just testing what I do. And what I do is I'll just cycle, have fun, talk about my experience, give tips, tricks, advice and guidance, and just try to create some encouragement. So, and now that I've got a better setup, I'll be able to do more things like different scene transitions without worrying about the see, what used to happen was whenever I changed scenes in OBS, the Zwift app would crash. Everything seems to be perfect right now, although, and if anyone can help me, pop something in the chat. I'm using Windows 11 and there seems to be an issue with the Ant Plus dongle, so it doesn't recognise the drivers in the Windows update, and I've been trying to install the drivers manually, but it just doesn't recognise the drivers. So I'm having to connect the turbo trainer, my heart rate monitor, just everything. I'm connecting using Bluetooth, and I tend not to use Bluetooth when I'm connecting to it, just because I've in the past had instability issues, and Ant Plus is just more stable. And that's why when I've bought equipment, I've always made sure that they are Bluetooth and Ant Plus. So exactly trying to prepare for this scenario where if one of them goes down, at least you've got an alternative that you can use. But I would prefer to be using Ant Plus, so if anyone knows how I can get Ant Plus working on my Windows 11, let me know please. Your help is much appreciated. In the meantime, I'm going to try and change a scene and see what happens. I'll go to my starting scene. So when I'm streaming on Twitch, I usually do a getting started. How's this one looking? Oh, it looks as if my YouTube display has frozen for some reason. I hope that's working. I've been chatting for ages, if not. Anyway, so this is how it would look like if I was starting. And then I can switch. Ta-da! Welcome to the Kenny Show! Anyway, something like that. Yeah, lots of energy for Monday. You've got that to expect. And then if I'm doing ending transition screen, stream ending, thanks for watching. I've also got a chat screen. Oh, and there's like a little mini me in my living room. Oh, okay, yeah, that's that. Because I'm showing that. But if I would, so if I want to show you a video and talk about a video, I can do this. There you go. Here's the new PC. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, so this is what I'm currently streaming on. This is the setup with all the RGB, Ryzen 9 9950X. I opted to not go for the mini. I don't game, although Zwift is the only game that I do, so it wasn't really necessary. And I got fed up of trying to snag a 9070 XT. Everything was sold out, so in the end I went with the graphics card I was going to get when I first started looking into building this PC back in December. So I went for the Radeon RX 7900 XT. 4 extra megabytes of RAM. Yeah, okay, it's the older version, but I've got more VRAM anyway, and yeah, I think I've done alright, and I didn't pay the stupid scalper points. Anyway, so that's how that will look. Doing this. Yeah, this is still looking pretty good. I think it seems to be working pretty decent. I will check back when I watch it on the replay. In the meantime, anyone who is here to watch a little bit about Zwift, better get started. So this is the Zwift Big Spin. So when you ride Zwift, you can just get on Zwift and you can just ride and just enjoy yourself. But they have group rides, and they also have group ride events, such as this one here, where hundreds, even thousands of people get on and all ride together at the same time. And in this one here, you get to dress up in all fancy themed clothing. You get a bonus spin wheel at the end where you can win prizes, and we look for prizes, virtual or anything else. And what I really want to get from this, you know, I've got a visor. I'm pretty sure I've won the visor already a couple of times, but I also want to get the BMX. I was thrown off then. I was looking at the YouTube screen and it's still showing that video, so I think there's a little bit of a delay on the screen. Anyway, so here we are. So we're setting off. There are currently 500 cyclists riding in this group. They will have a similar setup to what you can see here. A bike attached to some form of turbo trainer. The Zwift app connected somehow. Probably in their bedroom, living room, garage, pain cave, call it what you want. The place where they have their bike and cycle and suffer for the games. And this ride is just under 20 kilometers, so 12 miles if you're Imperial, rolling through the virtual world of Watopia. Then you get to spot a load of sights and animals as we go through. Keep watching out, you will spot a bear in a tree searching for honey. And then we also enter a little bit later what I like to call Jurassic bike park. And there's a load of dinosaurs and whatnot. Coming up, we're coming up to what I call the sulphur lakes. And if you look closely on the right hand side, in a few seconds, you will see a bright yellow rubber duck just lurking about, as you do. So we're riding through the Zwift countryside. You can see the gradient at the top right of the screen. Some ups and downs, currently -1. There'll be a slight little climb here to about -3, 4. There you go. 5%. And you can change the gears just like you would in a normal riding your bike outside. This really does mimic real outdoor cycling. Okay, so if you're animal spotting, rubber ducky's coming up. You see on the right, there it is. Yeah, just lurking about. Nice little touch there. Right, I need some fans. Computer, turn on big fan. Computer, turn on big fan. Ah, yes. So I have a big fan in front and to the side, and I control them with smart plugs. Definitely need this cooling as we go with what I call the rollers. See the little ribbon above in the screen? That's showing the different gradients as we ride. I say this every time, for every hill you climb, there's a downhill bit to enjoy. So we do a little bit of climbing. Climb a bit, down a bit. Steady little climb towards the end. You can see that orange block. But then a good 5 or 7 minutes of pretty much all downhill after that. And then we get into the other half of this ride, and next thing you know it, maybe into the last 5 kilometers. Try and get that spin wheel. Normally you get a chance to guess the power up on these rides, but I think they're fixed power ups on today's events. A little bit of a climb here. 5%, 6%. I've got my bright neon two-toned Tron bike, matching neon socks. Whew. Like an 80s love child. Disco love child. Love disco child. Downhill. Yeah, so today's ride, I'm not even worried about staying with the group or keeping up or even drafting, not at this stage anyway. This is just a chance to get a bonus ride in, try out the streaming with my Insta360 camera, so hence the one in front. I mean, I'm looking at my screen, the quality looks amazing. You can see all the blemishes on my face from where I have my sun allergy. Looking like Seal, or am I just a solitary brother? With bad jokes. Right, bit of a climb. So I've just dropped the gears down a bit so I can just spin the legs. Still spinning relatively slow. Want to see how fast or how slow I'm spinning. Top left of the screen are the metrics of what I'm putting out on the bike. So you got watts, 174. RPM is the rotation speed of my pedals. BPM is my heart rate. I've changed one of the settings just below that. You can see free SP. So I've changed that in the Zwift settings to give me a stress point. And that's basically a score after each ride. That just indicates the level of effort from that ride. And then the last one, the little weight and the power symbol in it, is the watts per kilogram. So I'm currently doing 1.5, 1.6 watts per kilogram, and I can explain what that means in another video. I've actually got a cold drink and I've got a coffee over there still. That's how chilled the ride is. It's a genuine coffee ride with my latte just to the side. Welcome new viewers, thanks for joining. It's a bonus chilled ride on a Saturday. There's a deceptively warm looking sun outside. I like to shut my curtains because it was causing some glare reflection rather than getting some natural light into this stream. But I should be able to safely stream without any crashes. Everything's looking good. Monitoring my GPU and the temps. It's looking good. 60%, 63%. Total board power, 112 watts. For any tech nerds who are interested in that sort of stuff. GPU temperature, 44 degrees C. I've got some mega cooling going on in the new PC. More cooling than I've got in the wattage cottage itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 fans plus 3 on the GPU. Of those 9, there were 5 intake fans, 2 at the back, 3 at the bottom. There's an exhaust fan to the back of the case, back above where the I/O panel is, and then 3 exhaust fans for the radiator for the AIO on the top. Ooh. 16 kilometers. This is nice. Oh, did you see the bear just fall out the tree? There he goes. Honey bear. It was after the honey nest. The beehive. Bee nest. Bee nest. Okay, so we've got a little bit of downhill. Chance to spin the legs out. So how does it sound, people? Everyone watching? Is the music too loud? Just the right volume? Mic, I'm checking my levels. I can see my mic volume is peaking higher than the music, but I think the music's probably a little bit high. If you have any other questions about Zwift, if you're here because the title got you interested in hearing about my new PC build, fire a question away in the chat. If you're live, you'll get an immediate answer. If you're watching on the replay, you'll get one as soon as I see on my alerts Right, take a few, in fact, have my last bit of coffee. Into the climb I've got ahead. Doing this one just a relatively high cadence. It's 5%. I want to keep it above 90 RPMs. Should make it easier. I can just stay seated the whole way. Breathe well. Try and lengthen the upper body. I guess when you are doing these sorts of solid climbs where there's no variance in the gradient, it's a good opportunity to check your position. Are you relaxing? What's your grip like?
Check the mic and make sure it sounds right.
Compacting your diaphragm so you're not getting all that air, the oxygen to help fuel you up the climb. Are you making nice big smooth circles in your pedal stroke? Not much to say climbing up a hill, so I'll see you when I get to the top.
It sound right, boys.
If you could like get a lasso and just lasso the person in front, it can help pull you up.
It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Doing that, 250 XP points, I'll take that. So I've got an alert from the YouTube studio telling me to set up primary and backup streams correctly. But that's one thing to adjust from this stream. This must also be why there's such a big latency from what I can see. But I can still keep pedaling. Check it on my phone actually, see what the phone's saying. minutes and 25 seconds. Okay, it's not too bad. It looks as if the latency that you guys are getting is about 25 seconds, 20 seconds. That's not too bad. I will adjust my settings. If anyone wants to comment in the chat on either my volume, my audio volume from the mic, or the music, if vehicles are too low or too high. Comments on the picture quality would be nice as well. Back to the Zwift. So downhill, we've had that little bit of a climb. Enjoying some downhill. Chance to recover, you can see my heart rate has fallen considerably. And now we are entering Jurassic Bike Park. Dinosaurs to the right and to the left. How many dinosaurs can you name? Also, what do you call a dinosaur with no eyes? Do you think he saw us? Thank you, thank you. I'm here for another 12.5 kilometers. Let's hope for the BMX. At the end of this, the spin wheel prizes to be won. Actually, I'm going to check some of my other metrics. CPU's only using 17%. Chip is running at 60C. I think this, how you doing? Hello Brian, thank you for joining. Yeah, just decided to have a bonus Saturday ride on Zwift. Also, try a first stream with the new PC that I've just built. See what my levels are like, the quality, and do some real-time monitoring of the performance. With the old laptop, I would have some substantial bottlenecking that resulted in complete shutdowns. But it looks as if everything seems to be running great. I might try and record in a bit, see what that does. You know, let's throw everything at it in one go, why not? So today's ride is just under 20 kilometers. This is stage 2 of the Zwift Big Spin. I've already done it already, but I want to have a chance of doing the wheel spin. So it's just over 200 meters of elevation. I've done 131 at the moment, so not too much climbing left. Yeah, it's just a chance to just burn some extra calories, get some extra workout in the legs. I've already been to the gym today. But yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for popping in to enjoy me climbing through the mist. No, not really. Just training for the fun of it. I enjoy cycling, fitness. I've been cycling ever since I was a kid, and I really got into road cycling and Zwift during lockdown. So I've been doing this for just over 4 years. This will be my 5th year in Zwift, and it's because I'm addicted to training. Swim 5 days a week. I used to gym 5 days a week, and when they were closing gyms and restricting even going outside, I had to find myself something that would allow me to still be able to stay active and train. Exercise pods have always seemed really boring and haven't really interested me. So in my exploration of something to keep me active indoors, I came across this Zwift app. Saw some people who were making videos. Oh, that looks interesting. So I followed some of them over onto Twitch, watched some live streams, got some more tips. So once I got started, I decided that I wanted to start streaming as well, and here I am. over 4 years later, still streaming, still doing the same thing, just trying to get fitter and stronger. I'm only really competing with myself, just trying to get fitter than last time, faster than last time, stronger than last time, but enjoying it at the same time. So no pressure, no targets or medals to achieve, just my own personal goals. So how about you, Ryan? What is your thing? What do you do? I do love this section, how vibrant the colours are. So I'm actually running the Zwift app in 4K, so you get all the beauty of the detail of every blade of grass, shadows, the animals moving about. Okay, so we're nearly halfway through, and we've done about 70–75% of the climbing on today's ride. 158 metres of elevation climb today so far. We've been going for 22 minutes, 22 and a half minutes. Currently travelling at a speed of 37 kilometres per hour, 9.6 kilometres down. That's nearly 6 miles in old money. 6 miles left to go. Woo. Yeah, this is good. Oh, and I'm riding the coveted Tron bike, officially known as the Zwift concept bike. If you like the look of this bike, you can only get it by cycling 50,000 metres in elevation. So you have to really pace yourself. Well, you don't really pace yourself, just select the target, the challenge for the Tron bike, and just every ride that you do, every bit of elevation you do, I mean, you don't specifically have to ride up a hill or a mountain, but every elevation that you log will go towards your 50,000 metres of elevation accumulator, and then you unlock this Tron bike, which, here it is. Let's do some different views. And look at it. No hub, no spokes. I've currently got it selected on 2 tones. Oh, my screen's gone to sleep. But if I put the power up, you see the neon lights light up. Yeah, this is good. Let me just yeah, so this is the Tron bike, and if you go to, not the last stream, the one before, I might have clicked it as well, I speak about, actually I think it was the last stream, on the last stream I actually tell you how you can adjust the Tron in the settings to get the 2-tone colour. So change another view, we'll go, like cycling Saturday, and it's a black British cyclist is cycling through the tunnel, being followed hotly by the next cyclist behind, Cleason of WCC from Sweden. Black cyclist is holding on, but no, Cleason has made a little break for it. Cleason is putting the pedal down. It's neck and neck, or tyre to tyre. No, I couldn't be a cyclist race commentator. Or maybe I could. Oh. Right, it does feel as if I'm outside, because I've got a massive fan in front of me, blowing air directly in front, and I've got a fan to the side, cooling me down. All I need right now is one from the back. Think it'll make me go a bit faster. And as this ride is slightly downhill, you can see it's -1, -2%. It does actually feel as if I'm riding outside for real. I'm going to change the view back to normal view. There we go. It looks as if this rider is looking to share the draft with me as I ride. So we can do some draft sharing. I talk about drafting in order of rides. Drafting is like being in the slipstream. As you will ride, whoever's in front is going to be hitting all of that wind, cutting through it. Anyone behind is going to be sheltered. So when you see cyclists in the peloton, that's what they're doing. They are sheltering in that draft. And you usually take turns rotating between who's going to be at the front and at the back. And if you're racing or doing a TT, it's even more important because you're looking to maximise on every split second, cranking out as many watts and as many watt savings as you can. And you get a little indicator that helps you see close the gap. It's not something you have to do, but you might as well. You could be gaining anything from say 10, 20, maybe even 40 watts depending on your position. Right, so here's a little example. See, I'm kind of in the draft, but I'm not quite. You can see it's 4 meters. If I just put a bit more effort in, try and get it just right, it's like fine tuning it, 3 meters, 2 meters. As you get closer, just ease off a little bit so you don't overshoot. You get the OK symbol, you're in the draft. And if you look at the little map thing just here, you can see who's doing what power. See, I'm doing 1.4, 1.9, the person in front is doing 2.1. So you have an idea as to how much effort that other person is putting out. And that reminds me, I need to flip this camera. So when I do that, I see the same side. Right, so I'm going to take a pull on the front. I'm doing my fair share. Now I'm doing a draft. Let me just change the view. As you can see, they're behind me on my back wheel. Obviously, I'm going to be pushing a little bit harder than the people behind me. They get my draft benefit. Oh, this hill is leveling out. Some more downhill coming up. Oh, this is see, I could be outside. But you can't do this, can you? Fine. Open up the legs a bit. The gradient's changing. If you get to a gradient that is greater than -3%, and if you're travelling faster than 56 kilometres, you will go into the super tuck, although they've changed the conditions for that. In this group, I need to be at the front of this group in order to initiate the super tuck. Bit of a climb. As we go into the last 6 kilometres, I've had a hot bonus workout today. Extra bike ride, just for the sake of it. Should be like less than 40 minutes. If you want to guess how many calories you think I've burned for this 40-minute bike ride. Well, as you see, one imaginary BBC points. Spend them on your favourite imagination items. spend mine on a virtual steak dinner. Oh yes, steak of your choice. Although I'm not going to lie, I prefer mine to be beef. But you can have any variety. I'll do me, you do you, but we'll share the experience. Okay, so when you see these little markers, that little flashing green symbol, that means that there's a sprint section or KOM. So if you are looking to get a time, you'll see there, just above me, Woodland Sprint. It's a downhill sprint, so it's -1.6 for half a kilometre. Yeah, so half a kilometre. So you can get some real speeds. And even if you're not doing the sprint, you know that you're going to get a power up at the end of it as you go through the gate. So if you're already holding the power up that you've not used, then it's a pretty good idea to fire it off before you go through, so you can collect another one. I think these are already predetermined as to what they are. Aero. Okay, I'll let you into a little, I'll give you a tip, not a tip, a hint. So I've been cycling for 43 minutes. Some of that's been in the pen, so not necessarily cycling the whole time. But I'm currently on 303 calories. There were 4.5 kilometers left. Probably finish this in maybe 6 or 7 minutes, depending on how much downhill and how much is climbing. How many calories do you think I will total at the end? $350 or less, 400 or less, higher than 400. No, actually, 450 or less, or higher than 450. 3 choices. Extra bonus, Ken Dizzle, imaginary points to be won. Good size of that eagle. Time keeps on slipping into the future. I want to fly like an eagle. Oh. Yeah, this has been a really good ride actually. So I've actually pushed myself a little bit harder than I thought I would. Not that I'm saying I was working super hard, but I did plan to just go completely easy. Oh, I just realised my graph's gone. There it is. There's the graph. Pretty colourful, lots of grey. Not a lot of red, which is a good thing. Let me just catch these riders up. Past them. I didn't plan to do that. CPU still saying 17% usage, 5 degrees temperature. My graphics card is 60% usage. Currently 45 degrees. I think this is a pretty successful, what are we going to call this? Maiden stream with the new PC. Zwift seems to work okay, and interestingly enough, I've had no problems with Bluetooth, so everything's connected. I don't believe I've had any dropouts. I've connected my Asioma pedals via Bluetooth, so I'm using parameter from the pedals, cadence from the pedals. Resistance is controlled Bluetooth from the turbo trainer, and the heart rate monitor is also connected via Bluetooth. I am hardwired, Ethernet cable for the internet, and I think I'm running download speeds of about 138 megabits. I think my upload is 20, so upload could be better, but I'm currently streaming at 60 frames per second, and I've had 0 drop frames, like 0, not even a percentage. On the laptop, I'd often get even a small percentage of drop frames. So this is good. OBS stats seem to be good. Transitions have worked. I'll check the audio when I go back. Flip this camera. Should I flip it? Yeah, I might flip it. I might flip it. Flip it, flip it. I have to get used to like pointing. Anyway, all good. So back to the Zwift. This is the Jurassic coast, just under 20 kilometers, 12 miles of cycling with a little over 200 meters of elevation, some light climbing and rollers, ups and downs as it starts. In the middle you got a nice little half a kilometre or so climb of around about 7% gradient, pretty steady all the way, yellow on the incline map. Once you've done that, you have an enjoyable downhill pretty much all of the way as you head through the mist covered forests of the Watopia highlands down towards the coast to the downtown beach approach that we're on now. Still enjoying a slight gradient all the way down, minus 1%. If you're tired and worn out at this point, you can just roll down, turn the legs slightly, take in the scenery, maybe turn off the hood, enjoy the views, take the time to check your posture, stretch out, have a drink, think about your next ride or your goals for the year ahead. There's a sprint ahead, Sasquatch sprint. Let's see if we can see Bigfoot. Do you call it Bigfoot or do you call it Sasquatch? I'm not doing this sprint, but the last time I did it 4 days ago, 35 seconds. This is a live ride, I've got nothing to prove today. There'll be no sprinting. Maybe Monday, join me Monday. So I stream live at 5, Mondays and Thursdays, 5 o'clock GMT. Usually I have a very light agenda, as in a couple of subjects that I will be talking about. They'll always feature little tips and information about the Zwift screen, what things are, little tips on how to draft or what the power-ups do. Some fun interactions such as guess the power-up, guess how many calories are burnt at the end. But I think the most important thing is a chat about anything really, so if you have any questions or comments on Zwift, cycling, maybe you're thinking about getting yourself a setup like this, new to cycling, returning to cycling. Yeah, this is all about sharing our love, enjoyment of cycling and just enjoying it. So, if you've enjoyed any of what you've seen or heard today, hit the like button. You can subscribe as well. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's the biggest payment I could ever get from you. It kind of like means that I don't stay awake in bed at night thinking, am I just talking to myself? Is there no one at the other end of this video screen? Not really, but you know what I mean. So anyway, I do this twice a week on YouTube, 1 or 2 times a week over on Twitch. I have a load of other videos, from how to install and take up a pedal, to reviews of bike pumps and my Insta360 camera. And if you want to support me further, you can click any of my affiliate links. There's no cost to you, but I do get a small percentage. And as always, I do channel all of that money back into the channel and back towards giving out free bikes to kids. So right, let's see this spin wheel. I don't remember actually seeing a spin wheel on the last one I did. Here it is. Right, okay, what are we gonna BMX. Another hat, just what I needed. Okay, right, so I reckon that means on Monday I'm primed for the BMX. The granny visor will look even better if I'm on a neon pastel coloured BMX. What do you think? We're gonna get it on Monday. We are. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Thank you for helping me out on this test stream for the new cycling streaming PC. I'm going to check the rest of my metrics and listen back to some of the quality. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. I need to find an easier way to end this screen. I think I need a stream deck, don't I? Adios.